Hey guys, it's TopicBricks here, welcome to another video. In today's video we're going to be going over the LEGO Harry Potter sets nobody asked for. So these are sets which have been released, which I've bought, and I've just thought, who was wanting this set? They're usually sets which are very underwhelming, that don't really fit in with the other LEGO Harry Potter sets, and basically yeah, so let's get into this video. Okay, so the first set on this list is Freeing Dobby, which was released in 2010, so 12, oh my, I feel so old, 12 years ago. Okay, 12 years ago this set came out. This set came with 2 or 3 minifigures, I believe. It only cost about $10 as well, so it's quite a cheap set. We've got Lucius Malfoy, Dobby, and I believe a Harry Potter as well. And it's basically the scene where Harry, via Lucius Malfoy, gives Dobby a sock and thus sets him free. The issue with this set is that it was a remake from an older set released in 2002 or 2003, I can't quite remember the exact year, which was called Dobby's Release, and the set was very similar, came with similar minifigures, and that set wasn't very good either. So it's a remake of a set which wasn't very good initially. Another issue with this set is that you look at the 2010 Hogwarts Castle, which released obviously in the same year as this set, that could attach to the 2011 Hogwarts Castle set, where this was a part of Hogwarts, this Freeing Dobby set, but it couldn't actually attach to the other sections of Hogwarts, so it was sort of just forced to be on its own. And the play feature is very naff. You basically just like flick a rod which flies Lucius Malfoy away. It's not a great set, and that's why it's in this list. Okay, so the next one is the Hogwarts Moments books, released in both 2021 and 2022. Now, these are very peculiar sets, and, you know, no one was asking for them at all. However, I don't hate them as much as most people do. I think they have their purpose, and that purpose is providing really cool minifigures. All of these minifigures released in these Hogwarts Moments book sets are all unique. I mean, every single one of them, and at least one of them is actually really desirable, those usually being the teacher. We've got some fantastic minifigures from these sets, such as Professor McGonagall and stuff like that. But again, it's very awkward because it's a part of Hogwarts, being the classrooms, which don't actually attach to either the 2018 to 2020 Hogwarts Castle expansion system, or the 20th anniversary 2021 to 2022 Hogwarts expansion system. It doesn't attach to either. It's sort of its own thing, and most people are just going to close the books, actually don't play with the set, and just stack them up in a corner and, you know, forget about them basically. So they're very expensive minifigure packs, essentially. Okay, so the third set in this list is actually the 2020 Room of Requirements set, and it's a similar issue to the Freeing Dobby set from 2010. This was a part of Hogwarts which couldn't actually attach to, you know, either of the Hogwarts expansion systems. There was no instructions on how to actually expand this to any of the, for example, the Clock Tower, the Astronomy Tower, the Great Hall, the Whomping Willow set, anything like that. This was not meant to be an attachment or expansion to these sets. It was sort of just on its own, and the reason why is because it had no exterior, right? You had basically the inside of the Room of Requirement, and you had the outside of the Room of Requirement, which had all of the decrees on the wall and stuff. So it was just two inside sections of Hogwarts in one set. It was a very, very weird set. And again, I don't think anyone was asking for it. I think people were asking for a Room of Requirement set, don't get me wrong, but the Room of Requirement set people were asking for wasn't this. It was a proper Room of Requirements with more minifigures and had, you know, a bit more target dummies maybe, and maybe even a Vanishing Cabinet and stuff like that, or even Ravenclaw's diadem, but we didn't get any of this. This was a very disappointing set, and that's why it's on this list of who was asking for this specific set. Now, before we get into the next set, I just want to say, make sure to subscribe to see some more LEGO Harry Potter content. Thank you very much. So, for this set, we have got Hedwig, and not the Hogwarts Icon set, the original 2009, no, it's either 2019 or 2020, I want to say 2020, yeah, 2020 Hedwig set, the $40 one. Now, this set is very, very weird and got a lot of backlash. Obviously, no one was asking for this set at all, that's why it's on this video, but it's also just such a weird set. I mean, The actual play function of the wings, the mechanism, was so clunky, it was unreal, it wasn't smooth at all. There's actually some people who've made mods and basically made their own creations of a similar set with a much more smooth wing function. If I find the video I saw, I'll put it on screen now and a link below in the description to the video. It's a really good modification, but yeah, this set is just, it's just weird. I guess it's starting a new trend because we're getting obviously the Hedwig, we got the Forks to Phoenix a year or two later, and we also got the Dragon, the Hungarian Horntail, the year after that. So now we have 3 of these birds for people to add to their collection from the Harry Potter series. Will we get a 4th one? I'm not quite sure. The only one I can think of which we would get is probably Buckbeak, but I think it would be a very awkward build. In that style essentially, so it'll be interesting to see what we do get, but it's a very fringe part of the LEGO Harry Potter products in my opinion, and products which people aren't really collecting. I think people are really focused on the Hogwarts expansions and not these Hogwarts Moments books or the mosaics or, you know, these bird sets. I mean, the birds are definitely the strangest of the bunch. And the most peculiar set, which no one was asking for, is 100% buildable figures. This is very, very strange. This set cost, I want to say $120 when it came out. It might still cost the same, might cost a little bit more. $120, and you get Harry and Hermione, but you don't get Ron, which is really, really annoying considering it is the iconic trio. Those 3 can't be separated. The fact we only get 2 of the iconic trio and not Ron is just really bizarre. And I understand them not wanting to include Ron and it being $180 rather than $120, but they could have just released Ron separately for $60 each. But it just seems that LEGO have completely forgotten or just decided, you know what, these buildable figures did not sell well, so we're just going to scrap them. I imagine they actually had planned to Ron and maybe other buildable figures like Dumbledore, Draco and stuff like that. But just because they didn't sell very well, they've just decided to give up. I mean, we had no buildable figures at all this year. I mean, there was 2021 that got introduced. It would make sense for 2022 to give us Ron to complete the trio. But no, we haven't had any of them because I do feel they weren't very successful initially, and you know, considering the feedback from other LEGO YouTubers and other people in the LEGO Harry Potter community, it doesn't surprise me at all. So that about wraps up this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. Also, make sure to subscribe to see some more LEGO Harry Potter content. I've been TopicBricks. I'll catch you tomorrow for another LEGO Harry Potter video. I'll see you there.